Biggest thing I think in this business is you can convince someone to sell their house for 50 cents on the dollar. But I feel like acquisitions, as time goes on, is actually getting kind of easier to acquire deals. If you're looking for an easy button sale, this will be the easiest sale of your life. You're gonna walk the property one time, pay in cash, you're gonna sign, get your check. Exactly. Oh no, we would never ever be a landlord. My dad was a landlord, and we're not doing that.
Ricky, man, what does life look like next for you coming up here with your acquisitions and team?
Yeah, I think when it comes to acquisitions, I'm trying to keep it pretty small. And honestly, I love being in acquisitions. So It's really hard for me to fully give away that position.
Okay.
Especially like the point I'm at now, I feel like I've gotten so quick at like being able to filter leads out and stuff. A lot of the times, like if it's a mail lead or a PPC, like, I'm just going to work that. Because I just feel like I could close it the best, and acquisitions guys, you have to pay maybe like 25% or whatever commission to. Like the hardest part is just getting in that right situation. Okay. So with super hot inbound leads, I'm actually doing a lot of the acquisitions, or even Brandon for Arizona stuff, he's handling just acquisitions. So I went back to small acquisitions and more so just, I never had like lead managers, and I think that's a better structure of doing it. I just hired everyone like, hey, you guys are all acquisitions. Okay. Like, go find your deals, go kill your deals, you know. But I think it's a little better process to like just have like a lead manager and then like a for sure closer. I'm excited though to do acquisitions heading into a buyer's market or already being in a buyer's market. I think the conversation's definitely already started to change a little bit with sellers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are you noticing?
So the conversation the past 4 years when the market's just skyrocketing, it's, hey, like if I don't need to sell my house right now, I'll sell it in 6 months, probably get more for it. Everyone's telling me how hot the market is. Like, it was a lot of conversations like that. Now people are starting to at least come to the fact that the market might be turning. Their house price, if they sell in 6 months, might be lower.
That's true.
So that's creating some fear, and I think fear is good for a salesperson trying to.
We got the news. The news got our back on that.
Right, the news got our back talking about the real estate market's going to crash. So I think that's all good, a good position to be if you're good at sales and acquisition. I think fear and just unsure of what's going to happen next is always a good way to position yourself. And the numbers are moving quickly too. So I think even with sellers sometimes, if you're up to date with your numbers, you might be able to find a quick deal that maybe they missed out on. So definitely seeing a difference there. And they're not getting hit up on as much right now too, is what I'm noticing. Right. I think us included, we dialed back a lot of marketing. I think a lot of people did that I talked to. A whole bunch of people I've talked to have said they've turned down marketing.
Or people left the business.
Yeah. A lot of realtors have left the business or are leaving the business. So you have to group those realtors in there too, because we're all fighting for fighting for the same sellers, people that want to sell their homes. So I think with less competition there too, and talking to less people, I think there's been some more opportunities created as well there. Now, sometimes still it's like the hard part now I feel like is more the dispo side, but I feel like acquisitions as time goes on is actually getting kind of easier to acquire deals.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of making sure you know your numbers and you know what you can dispo.
So you like when we were telling me the Yelp story, and you just jumped right into as if I was the seller naturally. So what are some tips you can give us just, on a sales call, talking to a homeowner, anything like any tips that you like to use or people could use on the phone?
Yeah, the biggest thing I think in this business is you can convince someone to sell their house for 50 cents on the dollar.
Got it.
So it's a lot is sifting and vetting through leads, and not necessarily convincing. When I was making sales calls at Yelp, so some business owner could sign up for $5 a day. Okay, I could convince you. You're not even on Yelp right now. I could convince right now, hey, create a Azreia page. People are going to go on Yelp. They're going to search. I could sell you on that idea, and you could sign up right now.
Yeah, exactly.
After telling me to, no, I don't want to buy it. Yeah, I can still convince you. In real estate, trying to buy at wholesale prices, you can't do that.
Correct.
There has to be motivation, problem, situation. So I think it's one of the most important keys is actually getting really, really good and efficient at being able to qualify those people out. So I always focus on motivation. You know,
What
and
do you look for? Like, what are
qualifying out. So, you know, why haven't you gotten the house sold yet? You know, why have you thought about listing the property? How can I help? Like, so a lot of my calls, it's, and it depends on how the lead's coming in too. Working a cold call or a text lead that you're reaching out, hey, would you potentially sell your house for cash? Yes. And then calling that person, hey, you reached out to me, I would for the right price. If it's a mailer or a PPC, lead coming in inbound, that's going to be a little different. That's like, hey, how can I help? Right off the gate. And so I usually do a quick little like, we offer convenience. I'll buy the house cash. It'll be if you're looking for an easy button sale, this will be the easiest sale of your life. I'm going to walk the property one time, paying cash. You name the closing date. You don't have to do anything. You're going to show up the day of close. You're going to sign, get your check. It's our contract's 1 page long, like especially in New Jersey, no assignments, 1 page contract.
So no assignments, no assignments?
In New Jersey, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we go and close, like in-person sellers especially, yeah, it's like...
Well, are they allowed? I'm sorry.
They are allowed,
okay,
we just like to... like if we're going to be the end buyer, simplify our contract.
Of course.
I always try to position it with a seller. We are the easy button. So really try to pin on that and then say, but the easy button comes at a cost. Yeah. So you have to figure out what type of sell you're looking for. Right. If you're looking, like most sellers I talk to, if you're looking for top dollar, you're looking to get retail, what you probably should do is, list it on the market. And then I kind of tell them, hey, like if that's what you're looking for, here's what you probably should do. If you're looking for the easy button, I may be a good fit. And then I let them try to tell me what they're looking for.
Got it.
I mean, obviously I want top dollar, but the reason why I'm not listing it is because I just inherited the property. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. So then I'm really actively listening to hear what their situation is, what's their problem. And then also trying to self-evaluate, like, do they have other options? Do they have other potential exit strategies? Have you thought about, I know you guys just inherited the property, but have you thought about maybe fixing it up and renting it out? Exactly. Oh, no. We would never, ever be a landlord. My dad was a landlord and, we're not doing that. Or, I mean, it sounds like with that price, if that's what you really need, you're probably going to need to list it. It's probably going to take a while. Right now, days on market are at 70 days. And then by the time the loan closes, you're looking at 100 days, maybe by the time you get this sold. Like if you could wait that out, you should probably do that. No, I can't wait that long. My husband just got a new job across country. We don't want to be left with this house. So I'm always looking for making sure like they don't have other outs. At that point, now I know, okay, they need to sell in the next 30 days or so. And they need to sell to a guy like me.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's just about building rapport with them and just them feeling super confident that you will do what you said, which is for those motivated sellers, they just want to know like you're actually going to close.
Yep.
The confidence. Yeah.
As soon as I get that contract signed, like their problem is done there.
We're a couple of things. We hit a lot of good things, man. So it's like one, it's like, how can I help you? So you're asking, you're asking the right questions, which you're being helpful, but you're also they're qualifying themselves in a way like they're like, I'll never rent it. Oh, I don't want to list. I don't want to pay commissions. And like you're like, well, I guess I'm your best option. Like without saying you're the best option.
And I'm always straightforward too. Like I'm always like, I will never be your highest price. I don't pay top dollar for houses, but what I do is if I give you my word, I'm buying your house. I'm buying your house.
Yep.
But you have to understand from my perspective too. I spend a lot of money on marketing. I need to make a profit. Like it needs to make sense on my end too.
Yeah.
So I think if you had that open, honest conversation, the right sellers are going to come, and then those sellers you'll be able to get great deals from because now you're like in the driver's seat, and they're just like, like I'm at your mercy, dude. Like you tell me what you could pay for it, and I think that's where a lot of those good deals come from.